Hello everyone, we're Amber and Terrence, and welcome to our very first installment of our new page, The Bucketlisters.
We love traveling together, experiencing new adventures, trying new foods, different cultures, immersing ourselves in nature.
So come along with us as we share our adventures and our tips for you creating your own bucket list memories.
Without any further ado, on this trip, we're going to, drum roll please, Iceland!
So I guess you ask yourself, why Iceland? Well, my wife decided that we were going to go across the country of France. Drive across the entire country. We had a month to do it. She found us a flight on Iceland Air and they offered a great stopover.
So a stopover is basically an extended layover. It's an opportunity to spend a few days in your layover city without necessarily needing to add to your airfare. Not every airline offers it, but one of our travel tip recommendations would be if your airline does offer it, take advantage. It's a way to get a bonus country in on an extended vacation. So just a little bit about Iceland. It is the land of fire and ice. There's glaciers, there's volcanoes, there's all sorts of activities that you can't necessarily do anywhere else. So we are just so excited to go.
Our bucket list for Iceland includes
experiencing the northern lights,
waterfalls,
dipping into a geothermal spring,
Icelandic hot dog,
pretending we're on an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yes, sir.
Ranked as one of the hardest languages for English speakers to learn.
Icelandic.
Another travel tip would be to pick up some useful words and phrases in the native language of wherever you're visiting. In the case of Icelandic, it was pretty difficult.
Even the alphabet. Like, how does an O with a little, how does that pronounce it? How do you pronounce S and J paired together?
We left Minneapolis at 9:30 and, like we mentioned before, flew with Iceland Air. We chose to go Saga class, which is their version of first class. The seats were super comfy, the meal was surprisingly good, and they gave us real Icelandic butter to try. The flight from Minneapolis to Reykjavik, which is the capital of Iceland, was 6 hours, and when we arrived, it was morning.
We are going through customs in Reykjavik, Iceland.
Nigga, we made it.
We got through customs really quickly and then headed over to the car rental counter. This is our next travel tip. Whenever possible, if you feel comfortable, just rent a car. It gives you so much flexibility to just get out and explore and do whatever you want on your own timeline. We used Lotus Car Rental. It was $378 and it came with Wi-Fi, GPS, and added insurance. Another option would be to take a taxi, which are $120 to $200 each way, or to book an organized tour, and those vary in prices. Driving in Iceland is pretty straightforward and easy. It took about 45 minutes to get from the airport into Reykjavik. Our hotel check-in wasn't till 3 p.m., so our first stop was brunch.
When we decided to eat brunch at a spot called the Laundromat that you could actually wash clothes in, I was kind of doubtful. But once I got in there and got those giant flapjacks with the big lump of Icelandic butter melting over them, I was a believer. It was delicious.
A quick check-in about the weather. Iceland actually doesn't get as cold as you would think. We live in Minnesota, so we're used to sub-zero temps. Iceland, however, has a cool, temperate climate. Winters are in the 30s, summers are in the 50s, but the weather is notoriously unpredictable and can change at any moment. Plan for wind and rain.
Our first stop on our tourism trip was at the famous Leif Erikson Church.
Helgrimsakra.
I have no idea what that means, but Leif Erikson is famous, y'all. And if you want to go to the church, it's free, and it's $10 if you want to go up to the top. I chose not to go up to the top, but I still had the full experience. Yeah, your boy done made it to Iceland. I'm a world traveler. I travel the world. I travel the world, girl. Oh, shit.
We were in Iceland.
Yeah. Leif Erikson right there. Okay, let's get a couple of flakes. Oh my God, I should have put on the rain jacket.
After battling all the wind at the church, it was time for a little snack, so we stopped at a pretty famous bakery in Reykjavik called Braud & Co., and they have all sorts of really tasty Icelandic pastries.
After our snack at the bakery, we went to Thingvellir Park. It was windy and rainy, but the views were still breathtaking. I loved it. Man, it is windy as fuck out here in Iceland. Oh my God, but it's beautiful. Yeah. After our windy experience at Thingvellir Park, we decided to go check in, but on the way, we stopped at a little hot dog shack to get our first Icelandic hot dog.
Finally, it was evening and time to check into our hotel. We stayed at the Lights Hotel. It was 578 euros, but it came with free breakfast. Parking was free and covered and secure, which was a really nice bonus, and there was free Wi-Fi.
After we checked in, we decided to go get dinner. One fun fact about us, anywhere we go, no matter what country, what state, wherever, we like to try Indian food. And that's what we found in Reykjavik. The Sun Voyager sculpture. Now we're going to a waterfall. It's raining outside, but we still going to a waterfall.
The next morning, we started off for the Golden Circle. This is a popular sightseeing route. It has 3 primary natural attractions: Thingvellir National Park, Geyser, Gullfoss Waterfall, and supposedly along the route is a hidden geothermal spring.
It is 2:54 a.m. back in Minneapolis, but it is 7:54 a.m.
In Westeros.
in Westeros. This is where Game of Thrones was filmed.
Driving through Iceland really does feel like you're in an episode of Game of Thrones. At any moment, you expect to see Viserion flying down over the cliffs.
On our second day, our first stop was Geyser. It was an hour and a half from Reykjavik, and it's free to go. Please get there early because there are tourists that stop and it'll get pretty busy. There are restrooms and a cafe across the street that are available. We may or may not have seen the full eruption.
Did you get that? I got
I don't know if I got it or not. Was that it?
this is as big as
I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. That's why we travel the world, to see shit like this. This is Gullfoss Waterfall. The next stop after we went to Geyser was Gullfoss Falls. And me personally, it was my favorite spot and very breathtaking.
It was my favorite too.
It is free to visit and spend time walking the trails if you haven't. It's great. After Gullfoss Falls, we were getting a little tired and hungry, so we didn't continue on to the thermal springs. Instead, my wife found a hot dog place called
Pilsur Vagnin.
in the city of Selfoss. It was terrific.
This place had one of the coolest mascots I think I've ever seen. Terrence thought it was a little creepy. A big smiling hot dog with giant teeth. So you might be wondering what's up with the hot dogs. In Iceland, hot dogs aren't just a fast food item, but they're a staple and they're enjoyed at any time of the day. They use high quality meat and have unique toppings. I went with the fish and chips, which was Icelandic cod, and ended up being some of the best fish and chips I've ever had. Sorry, London. We headed back to Reykjavik for a little souvenir shopping. One thing to note is that of all the places we visited, Iceland is one of the most expensive. The currency here is the Icelandic krona, but our recommendation would be to not exchange any currency and just to use cards. They're accepted everywhere.
Got that ice wear. You know what I'm saying? Official Iceland. It's either this or 66 degrees north, which is like North Face. This is like Iceland, Colombia. It's just fire.
Next, a quick stop for ice cream at Baldi's.
Do you have waffles? Next up, after we grab some ice cream, Amber said it's almost sunset, so let's go check out the Sun Voyager sculpture, which was pretty nice.
We had Italian for dinner, but of course got no footage of that.
After a rest at the hotel, we got up at midnight and decided to go to Grata Lighthouse, which we were told was the best place to see the northern lights. Once we got there, it was pitch black and we couldn't see anything until we saw people next to us pull their cameras out and started oohing and eyeing. We pulled our camera out and then we saw the northern lights and it was amazing. Borealis over. Actually, you can see it right there. No, you can see it right there. It's so grainy though when I zoom in on it. I know y'all can't see this right now, but when I get back to the hotel, I'll be posting these pictures of the Aurora Borealis out here. You really can't see it. You can't see it. Yeah, it's pitch black right now, but I'm tipped off out here with the Aurora. Again, the trip that we really planned for. This Iceland shit was a bonus. Gay Paris. We on our way, baby. Eiffel Tower. We're on our way, girl. We coming to see you, girl.
So, a quick bucket list recap. We saw the Northern Lights. We saw waterfalls. We did not make it into a geothermal spring. We ate plenty of Icelandic hot dogs. And we definitely felt like we were in Game of Thrones. So our final thoughts. Iceland is a beautiful and very unique country that you probably need more than just a few days to really explore and appreciate. We'd like to go back to try out a few more things. The Blue Lagoon is one of Iceland's top attractions, so if we do make it back, I'd like to go visit. Snorkeling is something that we both really enjoy doing, so having the opportunity to do it in Iceland is definitely something that has now been added to our bucket list.
Hold on, it's not important, but I'm gonna show you. Like burnt toasters, anything you want to drink on the house. Still a 12 gold.